In this ManyChat tutorial, you will now see and learn how to capture email leads or email addresses inside your Instagram DMs automatically on a complete autopilot using ManyChat automation. So buckle up, get ready. This is extremely valuable and useful because with this, you can use Instagram as a powerful list building and lead generation engine, as you will see here, that can not only generate you email leads and grow your email list, but also grow your business. So let's begin. If this is the first time here on my YouTube channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Clement. You can call me Clem. I am Mind Valley's former Chief Marketing Officer and Head of Growth. I've generated over $300 million in online sales for various online courses, managed over $100 million in advertising spend on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And here on this channel, I help you grow your business. It's that simple. So make sure you subscribe to my channel and check other videos. There's a lot of valuable goodness that will help you on your journey of impacting more human lives with your knowledge and growing your business and income. Now, before we go into setting up this ManyChat automation here, let's just zoom out and let's see the big picture of what is the final outcome, how this whole thing will look like inside your ManyChat once everything is set and done. So first of all, every automation needs to be triggered by something. And in this case, on Instagram, a trigger, the best trigger is when somebody comments on your posts. You've seen this probably on Instagram when people ask you, hey, you want to get my freebie? Comment, grow below, and I'll DM you more information and the link to access it. So the step one will be a trigger where you will simply trigger this when somebody comments on your story with a specific keyword, or when the comment contains a specific keyword, when somebody comments on your reel and this comment contains a specific keyword. And also you can also set up a trigger when somebody, for example, sends you a direct message that contains a specific keyword. So this will trigger and start the automation. From their point onward, you will, or your automation will automatically send the first message to the person, saying something like, hey Jan, were you looking to get my freebie on how to grow your Instagram comments? And then the user needs to click yes. Here you'll see why this is important. And then immediately automation sends another message, something like, okay, great. What email should I send this freebie to? Just type your email address below. Then automation will wait for the user to provide the email address in the correct format. And from here onward, we have several things. If and when the user provides their email address in the correct format, you simply respond to them something like, okay, sweet, click the button below to access your freebie, and we'll also send you an email message to access this freebie and for quick access and future reference. So that's the most desired outcome here. Yeah. Then what also happens is when somebody enters the email address, you can run a specific action or a set of actions in the background here in this automation. For example, the two best ones are typically you append a tag inside ManyChat. This then lets you track how many contacts actually enter their email address, how many email leads you generated. Then this lets you then segment contacts inside ManyChat. It's a really common and useful practice to actually always append some kind of a tag inside ManyChat or any other CRM system that you also use. And then also what I'll show you is how to then pass automatically this email address alongside with users' data over to Zapier. You will see Zapier here. And then from Zapier to any other platform or CRM or customer relationship management or email marketing software of your choice. For example, you might be using MailChimp or ActiveCampaign or perhaps Go High Level or perhaps Instant Contact or GetResponse or any other customer relationship software that you use. You can then automatically pass on this email address and users' data over to that CRM with some automation inside Zapier. We will cover this as well. And then finally, if after you've asked the person to enter the email address, if they do not respond on time, then you can automatically, after a certain amount of time, let's say 2-3 hours, you can send them an automatic message again. It's a follow-up. Hey, are you still here? Lol, where should I send you this freebie that you just requested? Just type your email address below and I'll give it to you immediately, right? And then again, if they enter the email address, you run the action and then you basically say, sweet, here's the freebie that you accessed, okay? So that's what we will create. What's the final outcome of this entire tutorial? Now, before we go into actually setting up this ManyChat automation, let's zoom out a little bit and actually and just see why would you even, obviously the reason why would you even want to generate email lists. This goes beyond this video tutorial, but the bigger the email list you have, the more stable, the better you can, and the faster you can grow your business. Okay, so that's obviously why you're here. You want to generate leads, but let's also cover how exactly the bigger picture you generate leads on Instagram. Now, as you know, the key to all this thing here is that you create and post if you want to grow your audience and your leads and your customers and your business on Instagram, the key is that at the top of the funnel, you post as much what I call magnetic video reels and video stories as possible. Magnetic video reels are not necessarily viral, that go viral and attract and reach a bunch of random people that have nothing to do with your ideal client profile. Magnetic video reels are a type of content that's designed and engineered to reach and attract and engage your ideal customers, your future ideal customers. And you've probably seen this. Every content piece online follows the same structure. There's always a hook, there's a body, and then there's a call to action, right? Hook, body, call to action. Hook, body, call to action. Hook, body, call to action. Now, and you've probably also seen how to get people into actual DMs. How do you even get people to request anything? Well, typically you would offer them a freebie. For example, hey, like in one of your video reels, you might talk about 3 steps to get more email leads, for example, on Instagram. Step 1, create more content. Step 2, set up a ManyChat automation. And step 3, give a strong, simple, understandable call to action. Ask people to comment a specific keyword below. So basically, you want people to comment a specific keyword on your Instagram reel or your Instagram story, and then this then automatically triggers and starts your ManyChat automation that we will set up right now. And from here onwards, you start basically, or your automation, and also you start messaging people inside the DMs. And one of the actions that you will also do, forgive me for my written lack of artistic self-expression, you also capture their email address, and then you can do all this magic with these email addresses. You can send them an email and so forth. Okay, so that's at the highest level. Now, as you know here, the key to all this, the key to generating more leads and growing your email list on Instagram and with the power of Instagram and ManyChat automation is to post magnetic video reels frequently and consistently, ideally every single day. There's another video here on my YouTube channel. You'll find the link somewhere here above, or on my channel, where I show you step by step how you can really speed up the entire workflow and process of creating video reels and create your magnetic video reels like 100 times faster than with any other tool. Just check it out. You will absolutely love it. Okay. Now we covered and knocked that one out of the park. We can delete this, and let's now go setting up this automation. Okay. So this is the final automation, and then in this automation, I will recreate it from scratch. So let's go. So we will do when a user posts, we'll set up several triggers. User comments on your post on your reel. Another one is user replies to your story, and let's say user also sends you a message. Okay. Whoops. Just a second. Detect specific words in a message. Yes. And then we will see, let's say that you are offering a freebie on, let's say, how to grow on Instagram. Okay. So you would ask people, let's say, to simply comment grow below, or send me a DM with grow, and this will actually trigger the automation. Okay. So this is now sends a message. So the user, if the message that you receive from the user contains keyword grow, this will trigger this automation. Okay. Then let's go also to comments. Okay. Let me remove myself a little bit. So all posts and reels. Now you can select specific post or reel, next post or reel, but let's say all posts and reels. And then again, if this post contains keyword grow, this will trigger this automation. Specific keywords. Oops, sorry. Yes, like so. Then we go to continue, and then here's also a beautiful feature inside ManyChat. You can actually set up a public reply in a feed. So what that means, basically, when a person comments on your reel, then ManyChat will automatically like their comment and also reply to their comment publicly inside the comments section. Why this is powerful? Because when ManyChat likes and comments on their comment, they will get a notification, and this notification brings them back into your comments. Okay, very important to get more attention from people. Here you can easily add more different replies. I recommend you have at least 5 different replies so that not all the replies are the same. Okay, and we click save. And then finally here, user replies on a story. Let's say all stories, and reply contains any word or reaction. Reply contains specific word or reaction, and let's say the word here is grow. Okay, and then delay automation. We don't have to delay it. Automatically write like replies. Okay, perfect. That's it. Okay, so now we've set up a trigger here. The trigger is set. Now, the next thing that we need to do, ideally, if I zoom in here, ideally, you do not want to immediately send them this message asking them for email address. You will see now why this is important. You want to first send them this message that has a button, yes, okay? Something like, hey Jane, were you looking for my free web class on how to grow on Instagram? And then it's a closed yes, no question, a no-brainer question, super easy to understand. And then they need to click yes. The reason why this is important, okay, is there's something called on Instagram and also Facebook Messenger 20-hour rule, right? So you are allowed, or your automations are allowed to send messages to people only within the 24-hour rule after they have messaged you, right? So very important. So when somebody comments on your reel and you send them a message, there's an exception here, okay? There's an exception. Instagram allows you to send people a direct message as a comment reply. That's allowed. That's in alignment with Instagram policies. But beyond that, you're not allowed to just spam people with messages, right? This is a simple safety security mechanism in place, how Instagram protects all users, including you and I, from just getting spammed and bombarded from all these different automated messages and automations, right? So keep that in mind. So that's why the first message should be this: hey, what are you looking for my freebie on how to grow on Instagram? And then when person clicks yes, right, they don't have to type anything. They just click yes, and that is essentially treated as a message, right? And from here onwards, you unlock 24-hour rule to message them from this point onward when they message us, right? So for example, if you skip this thing and you send immediately this message, okay, which I think you could do, but then after this, if they don't reply, you cannot follow up. You cannot do anything, right? Super cool. And the other super great thing about this approach is that you reinforce the intent. You remind them like why you are even messaging them, right? So that it's really easy to understand that people don't go like, why are you spamming me? Oh yeah, like 2 hours ago, I commented something and I requested some kind of a freebie related to growing on Instagram. Okay, so that's why we are doing this. Okay, now let me go back here. Okay. So let's send an Instagram message and we will set as a comment reply. We'll say, hey, and then we'll insert first name. Were you looking for my free web class on how to grow on Instagram? And then you can add emojis. I'll skip that. It's in fact I will not, because it's important. You always want to use emojis that radiate positivity, good vibes, good energy. And then here we add a button, and this button will say yes. Oops, we'll say yes. And here from here onwards we go done, and this yes will then link to. We will now create another one here, Instagram message, okay? And then this will be within 24 hours. So then you say, great. So after this, they click yes, you say, great. What email should I send it to you? Just type your email address below. Okay, and then you can add an emoji. I should send it to, okay, there's a little bit typing here. And then from this point onward, you add here, you have data collection step, you add this, and here you say contact reply. We are asking for an email address. And then you can leave this on, save email to system field, yes, set email opt-in, yes. Actions to perform, we'll cover that in just a bit. And if contact has not responded, let's say within, and you can say here, let's say 30 minutes, you can leave this, but you can set this to anything else, and then reply message if the answer is incorrect. You can say, hey, your email address is incorrect format. You can set this up. Then the skip button, skip, retry 3 times if the user reply is invalid. So you can set these things up, okay? And then perform actions. So after we capture the email address, we will now add some actions. So for example, we will say contact data, add a tag. Okay, so here you would add a tag. I will not, in fact, let me just add one tag here. You can create a new one easily. And then also very important here, make an external API request, okay? Now, this one is super handy if, as I mentioned earlier, if you want to send this email address that you just captured to your email marketing software or any other CRM or customer relationship software such as MailChimp, ActiveCampaign, Go High Level, or anything else that you use. And you can just use Zapier for that. I'll just set up a simple Zap here, okay? Clement, move out of the way, okay? And then what we will do here, this is a really simple, I'll just set up a trigger in Zap, and this will be a webhook. This will be catch a webhook, super simple. And then we continue, test the trigger, and then we grab this URL here. I will not set up this Zapier. From here onwards, you can set actions, add to ActiveCampaign, add to MailChimp, right? You can play, but this Zapier will then it will catch this data, yeah? So I've copied this URL address from Zapier, and then I'll simply paste it here, okay? And then here, inside the body, best is just simply add full contact data, okay? And then you simply select a person. I'll just select my good friend Juan Pablo Barona, for example, and this is the data that it will be sent to, okay? You can even send a test request. So success, if I go to Zapier and I test the trigger, I should see this one here inside. You see Juan Pablo Barona, okay? And then you can continue with, and then from here onwards, you can save the Google Sheets. You can do magic, as you might know, right? So that's how you can also then use Zapier to store your email address in any other platform, okay? So I'll click save. Okay, now we zoom out. Okay, so that's one. Now let's also create the next step. If contact has provided email address, you might want to say sweet, and then click the link below to access this free web class. I'll also email you the link for your future reference to this web class for your future reference in case needed, whatever, right? And then add a button, and then let's say you could say watch, let's say the web class, and then you can say open a website from this. I'll just grab any URL here. You would typically put, let's say that the web class is published on this URL here. This link, you would just put the link. Obviously here you would put the link to your web class, right? And from this point onward here, in relation to this automation, you do not want to put ideally not another landing page or lead capture page or squeeze page when a person clicks this link and then again they need to enter their email address. Here you want to give them a direct link to the freebie that they requested and that they provided your email address, right? That's a good user experience. Okay, so here you go. And then what we can also do I'll just duplicate this one. This message will be if they didn't respond on time, I'll just say still here, and then I'll just grab this again. You can get a little bit more creative than I am here, but still here. What email address should I send it to? Just type your send the free web class you requested. Right? Again, feel free to edit this copy. Just keep in mind that these messages in this interface, and then here we will before we continue send. Okay, what's that? Not sure where this. Okay, this one we need to delete this one. Not sure where this came in. Okay. And then, okay, just a second, data collection. Okay. So this is the best way. This is how you do it. Okay, you don't add the text element, and here you simply put just like we said, like said before. Yeah. Okay. Now we are good. Yeah. And then here also, this one is not. I'll delete this one. And that's a bug. I just discovered a bug here. Let's say delete message, cancel. Sometimes things, okay, now it's better. So I'll delete this one. Delete. How do I click save? Okay, automation is live. That's not a good thing. But anyways, so we want to copy this one, duplicate this here, and this one will be if they do not respond. This one we can also delete, and this one here. So if they did not respond on time, then we simply say basically still here. Come on. What email address should I send it to you? Remember you recruited, right? And then here, next step, that's a good thing that you don't have to then duplicate messages again. Sweet, so this will be here. If contact has not responded, we will leave this as it is. And then this action reply, unfortunately, you cannot link it to, in fact, you can, but then can you link it from here? Yeah, so that's a tricky part. You cannot, for some reason, in ideal scenario, you would link both actions to the same block, but you have to then duplicate this, right? So you have to create duplicate blocks, okay? So here you go. I'll just click update. You just learned how to set up a ManyChat automation that automatically captures email addresses from people who either comment a specific keyword on your reel or your story, or send you a direct message that contains a specific keyword. You now know that the first thing that you need to do, you need to first just send them this message, make them click yes, right? And also a copy that really reminds them, why are you even sending this message? Then when they click yes, you open up a 24-hour window rule, and from here onwards, you simply ask them, hey, type in your email address, and bunch of actions here, how to, when they do in the background, you add a tag in ManyChat, you send this data, email address and all contact data over to Zapier so that you can save it in your email marketing software or any other CRM. And if they do not respond on time, you simply follow up, hey, are you still here? What email address should I send you this free web class that you requested? And then from here onwards like this. And if they provide the email address in the correct format, you give them the link. Sweet, here's the link to access this free web class. So here you go. Here's how to set up this automation. Hopefully you enjoy. There's more amazing videos on my YouTube channel. Make sure to check them out. Specifically, check those videos that are all about creating magnetic content, Instagram reels, video reels that will reach more ideal customers, get them engaged, and get them into your DMs. May the force be with you.